What's going on, you guys? This is your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. What's going on, you guys? What's going on? We're back in the building once again for some more Xscape drama, okay? Because they've been in the blogs heavy. Now, as you guys already know, the SVV and Xscape show is one of the hottest topics that's out there right now. Every single video that I have made has been about this show. Trust and believe me, there has been so much tea being spilled. Kandi has done speak on it. Tamika has done her videos, and now Latasha Scott is now doing her videos. So she decided that she was going to come in and have her say so on what's been going on with the group and with the girls and stuff like that. And let's hear what she had to say, or let's see in case you guys haven't seen it. Now, let me say one thing before we get this thing started. And I don't really want to, start back addressing comments and stuff like that because, as I said before, starting in 2023, which is this year, I want my channel to be a little bit more refined, a little bit more polished, but not to lose the whole essence of who Scotty by Nature is. Funny, passionate, just a tad bit shady and a little ratchet, but still a little refined and polished. You feel what I mean? So I don't want to go back down that road and start addressing comments. But there was one comment that annoyed me, and it was mainly about me playing the receipts and then giving my commentary. When you're doing commentary, you have to play what you're talking about or show what you're talking about so it can make sense, so the viewers can know what you're talking about, so they can have the receipts. I never want to talk about nothing and not have nothing to back it up. That's why I always play the videos. That's why I always play the audios. That's why I always show the tweets or the blog posts or whatever, so people can know what I'm talking about. And I give credit to who it belongs to every time. So that's why I do that. Now, if you don't like that, that's fine. This may not be the platform for you, whatever. But I just had to put that out there just in case anybody had anything else to say about that. Also, shout out to me because I just made 42,000 subscribers. So shout out to me. I really appreciate you guys for all the support. Now, with that being said, we're about to go ahead and get into this video from Latasha Scott. Let's get into it, y'all.
What's up, y'all? It's Tasha. I don't normally do this, but since everybody want to speak on it, and I ain't spoke on it, let's speak on it.
Well, speak on it.
As you can see, I have been out promoting my album, which, by the way, comes out April 7th. Good Friday. Y'all go cop that. And I have not had time to address this foolishness. But today, I got time. Let me start with this.
It was definitely a deflection. But at the time, we didn't know that she already had her solo deal in place.
Last year, the top of 2022, my husband initiated the conversation with the label for me and my sister, that's right, to do a gospel album, a gospel duet album, the two of us, the Scott sisters. But they ain't tell you that though, huh?
We're going to keep moving forward, okay?
In all transparency, I really didn't want to do the show. I'm being honest. But I talked to my sister and she was like, we could get our cookbooks out, we can do the spices, we can do music outside of the group. And I believed her. I was literally the last person to sign the contract to be on the show. And the reason I did it, because I wanted to do it with my sister.
For years, Tamika has blindly gone along with what her sister wanted.
I have never went against my sister for nothing. Even when she was wrong, I was against y'all because that's my family. That's loyalty.
What's so funny? Truth be told, I've always had my sister's back. Y'all don't remember? I remember a couple of times I had to have my sister's back while being in the group. When they tried to kick my sister out because you got pregnant. And they came to the group and they were like, we're going to have to find a replacement for your sister.
You know what? We'll pay for you to have an abortion. You stay in the group or you have your baby, we'll kick you out. So I told them they need to find a replacement because I wasn't killing my baby.
And I told them they're going to have to find 2 replacements because if my sister goes, I go.
Right.
But I couldn't. Me with them without my sister?
Oh, girl, it's been terrible. It would took all your money.
Actually, the first scene was not supposed to be at our mother's house. It was supposed to be at the church where my sister and I were supposed to rehearse our very first gospel performance. Has it been good to you? Has it been good to you? Had it been at the church, it never would have been the cussing, the fussing, the lying, the disrespect. That never would have happened. It's crazy. The very first scene that I filmed was at my mother's house with my sister.
Hello, Tamika.
Oh.
And who you are? You don't even know these days. You don't even know these days. No.
Now you tell me, how you do a flashback scene when there was never a scene before that?
No. Give me a
Nice to
hug.
meet you.
I'm your sister.
Oh, we hugging now.
What you mean we hugging now? We always hug. Don't you look cute? Thank you.
Oh, 3 days ago? Interesting.
Could have been a scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the booze.
Now moving along. Since it wasn't clear, let's talk about this $30,000 lie.
Now, before she gets into the $30,000, let's talk about the beginning. She said that her husband, which is Rocky Bivens, had gotten a deal for both Tamika and Latasha to do a gospel album. Now, Tamika hasn't said anything about it, neither has Kandi and Tiny, but the only person that has spoken about the situation is Latasha. Latasha was the one who said that the gospel album was supposed to be for both her and Tamika, and she said they're not speaking on that particular situation. Then she just said that the scene where it was her mom, and Tamika was the very first scene that they filmed, and she said there was no flashback scene. You know, how can there be a flashback when there wasn't no scene before that? So basically, in so many words, she is saying in so many words that the producers are making it look a certain type of way. So we're going to go ahead and continue on with this. Let's continue.
Now keep in mind, I learned it was $30,000 when I watched it with y'all. Now let me get this straight. She said it was 10 years ago when she was pregnant with my niece.
Pregnant with our money.
Wait a minute. This niece?
Go ahead, girl. On the right thing.
Go ahead.
Will I take the wrong direction? All my life,
Go ahead. At the time, it was just me and my sister. We were Xscape.
Xscape was not performing.
Yeah, that was when Kandi didn't want to do it. So Tiny didn't want to do it. There was something about Jermaine not mentioning us in his interviews or whatever.
Members or whatever.
So hold up. Let me get this straight. This was supposed to happen before we filmed Still Kicking It. We made a lot of money. Then we went on to do the Great Xscape tour, and we made millions. I mean, we made more than $30,000 a night a piece. At this time, Kandi had told Tiny she wasn't going to throw the Scott sisters another bone, so that's why we had to change the name from Xscape to Xscape 3. And I don't even know why we changed our name from Xscape to Xscape 3, because she said it, I guess, but she don't own the name, so it's all confusing to me. But that's for a later date. So now we're Xscape 3. Because Kandi gives us her butt to kiss. And then Rocky brings more shows. We make more money. And I still ain't heard about no $30,000.
Okay, so she says that at this particular time, Kandi didn't want to do Xscape, so Tiny didn't want to do Xscape. That's a dig at Tiny, child. She throwing shade at Tiny. Then she says that at this time when she was pregnant, she showed a video of them two, you know, singing, performing, and she even showed a video of them when they was all at the So Def 20th anniversary when it was just her and her sister representing for Xscape. Then she said Kandi gave them their butt to kiss during Xscape 3. And she don't understand why they went as Xscape 3, but Kandi don't own the name. But that's another topic for another day. Let's continue. But she said even at this particular time, she still ain't heard about no $30,000.
Hell no.
For the record, I did not steal $30,000 from my sister. You know how she do.
What were the other things that were said?
You said that I hooked up with Jermaine's dad, and that's absolutely
So
not
that was
true.
the wrong. That was what I said. That wasn't correct.
So now, I guess I'll just wait on my apology.
I made a mistake.
and I hurt my sister. And I had to right the wrong.
And
So now she's saying that you know how Tamika do, basically saying that Tamika was a liar. But if you got a problem with Tamika being a liar, why you didn't have a problem when she lied on somebody for your benefit, though? Child, let's continue.
she did it on stage. I want that too.
I know I hurt you. I thank God for you forgiving me.
So I walk in the group scene and hear my sister go.
Your energy is like, it's just, I don't know. What? Just you. You're not you. It's like you come in and you have a chip on your shoulder. It's like, I don't even know who you are anymore.
And she got the nerve to ask me,
why are you still mad at me?
Please.
girl, you just called your sister a thief. What you want me to do?
Well, you stole my money.
What's crazy is the things that y'all didn't see was me addressing the issues that I had with the group. It conveniently just got cut out. See, I addressed Kandi first. I told her I did my part. I was trying to be your friend. I showed up to the Broadway plays. I was there for your single plays. I was there even when you did the Essence cover. I guess that triggered her. She started that crying thing. And you know what happens when she starts to cry?
Cut the cameras off!
They want to stop filming. Give her 10, 15 minutes. I waited. Oh, but when my mama says cut the cameras, she was trying to hide something, huh? Then I went on to tell Tiny and Kandi, because my sister didn't want to do it, how upset we were that they came and made us pay them for 2 shows that they did not do, because Kandi gives us an ultimatum and says if we don't pay her, she wasn't going to do any more shows.
So this nigga try to play me like, oh, all I cared about was the money.
Because it's about precedence and followers, right? So I did address all my issues. But some kind of way, they got cut out the scene. Moving right along.
And said that I was so jealous of her singing lead. So Humming Coming At You was our first album. Humming Coming At You was intro. Just Kicking It, as you know, was our first single. I'm singing lead on. Pumping, it's a long song 3. I'm singing lead on. But I'm just saying, I'm singing lead on there. Understanding, we all singing lead on. With You,
Now let's be clear. I never said that she didn't sing lead. I said she had an issue with me singing lead. Did she forget that I was in the studio at Jermaine's house and I come out and I hear all this crying? I come out in the room and I said, what's going on? And she's standing outside with Jermaine. He's looking vexed and she's looking crazy with tears in her eyes like, oh, hey, Tasha. I'm like, what's going on here? As I look at him, I'm like, something's wrong. And I need to find out what it is. And when I found out, yeah, she was upset about me singing lead. Listen, I ain't never had no problem with her singing lead. Go ahead, girl.
That the blow to my chest would come directly from you. You could, you could.
Hell no.
Now let's talk about old Rock on the Block.
So why is Rocky in Xscape's business when none of the other husbands are?
Rocky's been in the Xscape business since 1995 when he was asked by Kandi to manage the group, when originally he was managing me. Rocky was responsible for bringing in lawyers to reconstruct our deal in 1995. He was the one who brought the Great Xscape tour, the only tour where we made millions. Then when we were Xscape 3, Rocky went back out and fought real hard to bring more shows to us because wasn't nobody checking for Xscape 3. Rocky also brought Tricky Stewart to the table to executive produce our EP. He even sent Kandi all of the music in hopes that she would have a change of heart. Then Rocky reached back out to see if she wanted to come back, even though we didn't want her to. Truth be told, we were making more money without her. Name one time when Xscape cut Rocky a check after all the shows that he brought. I guess they expected me to pay him, which wasn't fair. But I do respect Tiny, because she did pay him something. Kudos to you, boo.
She never directly answered a question because she needs to go talk to her brain, which is Rocky.
The one time that Rocky comes to my testimonials.
What are you whispering over there to her, Rocky?
Of course, I know the song, Ike. I wrote it. Keep in mind, Rocky and I have been together for 28 years. I mean, we've had highs and lows. He's not perfect. I'm not perfect. We're still work in progress, so. But when I said my vows, I meant that. So y'all pray for me. Like I said, this thing ain't been easy. Since day one, it's been attack on Tasha. I love y'all. I just want y'all to love me back. That's all.
Okay, so that was Latasha, and she was basically speaking her truth. Now, there was a lot of things that she brought up. She brought up the fact that it was Rocky who was managing them. She's like basically saying that Rocky has been in Xscape's business since 1995 when Kandi asked him to manage them when he was only managing her. Rocky was the one who brought them the Great Xscape tour where it was the only where that was the only tour where they made millions at. He was the reason why they brought Tricky Stewart to Xscape 3 when they didn't even want Kandi to come back to Xscape 3 because they was making more money without her. So it was kind of like, okay. So when you really think about it, I'm not mad at Latasha for doing her video and speaking up because I mean at the end of the day we've been going in on her ass for not speaking up. And on top of that, Kandi has said her side, Tamika has constantly said her side as well. So it will only make enough sense for Latasha to come out and say something because she does look bad. But it's the timing of it all, and it just feels as though Latasha is only doing this to try to shoo a lot of us away from this interview that Tasha K is about to do with her husband's alleged mistress, which I will be doing a live on, honey. I got to get all the tea with that. But it's just like, it sucks because all the shade aside that I've been giving Tasha, because y'all know I've been giving her the blues. But all shade aside, I love Xscape. I love it when it's 4 members. And it sucks that no one is able to really get it together, and it's like an ego trip on every end. I just don't know, to be honest. I really don't know. Like it's just crazy. So I don't know. It's like it's egos all over the place. Like Latasha, she went in on her sister and she went in on Kandi, but for whatever reason she didn't say nothing about Tiny. She never says anything about Tiny, but she got a lot of smoke for her sister and she got a lot of smoke for Kandi, which we already knew. She said she tried to be Candy's friend. She came to all of her events. She tried to support her. She tried to do all of this stuff. And then she said that all of the stuff that she addressed, all the issues that she addressed with the group was all cut out conveniently. So, I mean, at the end of it, I just don't know. At this point, I still believe that Latasha and Rocky had something to do with Tamika's money going missing. I still believe that. Even with the way she described what happened on this interview that she did, that Tamika and Tiny and Kandi did a while ago. I really believe that she did. Well, if it wasn't her, it was her damn husband. I believe it. I'm sorry. I believe it until I'm proven wrong. I'm gonna stand on the fact that I believe Tamika over Tasha. I just do. This whole video came across very rehearsed and scripted. It didn't even come across genuine at all, and it didn't come across like it was something that was for real. It came across scripted and rehearsed. I just don't know at this point. But Tasha, it's about time you spoke up about some. But girl, we know what you're doing, and you are trying to deflect from this damn interview. That's what you're trying to do. But thank you for the tea though, because this has been some hot ass tea. Xscape has been on fire. It's always something to talk about every single day. But I want to know what you guys think. Let's talk about it. Well, I know y'all been talking about it in the chat in this premiere, but I want to know what everybody else got to say about it. So make sure you guys So with that being said, you guys, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Also, click on the notification bell so you could be notified whenever a video drops. If you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below in the description box. If you are in the chat right now, please leave blue hearts in the chat as this video ends for my girl, D. Rashawn. With that being said, you guys, your boy is up out of here. Until my next video, I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Tremel. I just wanted to say that I have a new project that's out. It's called Mixed Feelings. It's on all streaming platforms. I would hope that you would go and check it out. It's a really good feel of an album. It's got everything you need and more. It's got R&B, it's got a little bit of pop, it's got a little bit of hip hop. It's everything that you need and more. It's out all streaming platforms, like I said. Please check me out, and you can also follow me at IAM_Tremel. That's IAM_TRAMEL. Check me out. I hope to hear from you.